Policy class is our capstone course in the business department at Roanoke College. And what happens is students work in autonomous work teams, basically sort of a simulation of industry, to complete projects. And they do casework, a simulation, and among other things. And the capstone part of our course is where they actually start a business or design the business plans for a business. Now that could be their own idea, or it could be for somebody in industry that's a startup.
They have to have all their other classes completed before they're allowed to take policy, because in this course is where they'll put together all the marketing, the finance, the operations, the HR knowledge that they've got into a very comprehensive, intensive learning project. The goal is to give them a real-world experience that will really prepare them for the business jobs that we hope that they're going to get as soon as they graduate.
Our group usually meets at least 3 of us every day, and when we meet, we usually create like specific tasks each person needs to work on that day, and then sometimes we'll work on it together. If there's stuff we can do separately, we'll disperse, and then usually the next day we'll always come back together and see how far we've gotten, and then we go from there. So it's kind of a day-to-day thing.
I went to Roanoke College. I graduated in 1985, and I remember distinctly doing a project which was actually a restaurant in the city market property, and I felt like it would be unique to use the experiences I've had and what we've actually done and try to work with some students.
Roanoke Neal is the business owner of Corned Beef 419 and Frankie Rollins. He's recently bought the old Billy Ritz building, and we are doing that business plan for him. We meet with him on a regular basis, probably about once a week. The
project that they're working on is a project that's actually a live project for us. We're in a process of developing the first floor and continue up to the second, third, and fourth floors as a possible hotel project. They've actually been able to go out and acquire some information that I think that actually we can use, and I think it's been very unique.
What is the breakdown on the dollar side of each department? You have different sort of revenue streams. You have a gift shop, which you stated, but you also have the hotel rooms. You have food and beverage sales. What do you anticipate the dollar amounts of those departments?
We projected our hotel revenue was about to be 1.6 to 1.8 million, which is most of our revenue, and we determined that by visiting the Craddock Terry in Lynchburg. They have a 65% occupancy rate. We use that estimate because they're a boutique hotel as well.
I think we do policy different than any other school, and in many ways better than other schools do it. I've had a lot of students who come back and finish their graduate degree at some other top-tier universities, and to a person they say that they learned more and were more challenged by our policy course than any course they took in graduate school at some of these top-tier institutions. So that tells us we're doing things right.
I myself am a product of the policy class. I graduated in 1997 and had Dr. Baker for policy, and went on and got my MBA immediately after I graduated. My strategic management, the policy class that I took in the graduate program, was nothing like the one that I had at Roanoke College. It was a cakewalk compared to what Dr. Baker's put us through back then, and we still do today.
I think I'm learning a lot more in this class because it's hands-on. Lectures, you sit there and you try to comprehend what they're doing or what they're talking about, but you don't necessarily get to experience it. With this class, you're using everything that you've been taught in a lecture to actually go out and do. So I think that you learn quite a bit more by actually doing it.